Follow Your Flow podcast, and well, it's not really a podcast, it's more of a series, a YouTube series, a audio visual production. And so, Margaret, as you know, this is something that you are only the second person I've interviewed, and I'm so thankful for you doing this with me. Because I'm just going with the flow, and that's what this podcast is about. It's about how did following your flow lead you to being your own boss, and also following your passions for art. And and just tell me about, I just want you to just kind of tell me about the pieces that you have here. You said they were part of 2 different series, so I just kind of want to know about what you have presenting here today.
Thank you. I'm really honored to be one of the first people that you interviewed. So these 2 paintings are pieces from 2 different series. And all of my work has to do with herbal medicine, wildflowers, the folklore surrounding them, our connection with the plants that our ancestors, like I'm trying to honor the relationship that our ancestors used to have with all of these plants. And so one of the ways that I'm doing that is a medicine series. And this piece, Fire Cider, is a tonic. It's a visual recipe for a tonic that boosts the immune system. I think it's one of the first herbal remedies that people studying herbal medicine or natural medicine learn.
I can vouch for that, because that's totally the first remedy that I learned.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You said that you made it last year. And yeah, it's definitely one of the first ones I heard of. And this particular grouping of things is based on the really popular herbalist Rosemary Gladstar, who's also a Vermonter.
Oh.
And so I do these mandala, sort of like a wild mandala of all of the ingredients.
Beautiful.
And often I'll have the words of the plants that are part of the recipe. And I have a whole series that is based on the medicine of the plants, where I'll also have teas to calm and sustain, teas to give you a good night's sleep, tea with vivid dreams, all kinds of things, whatever I can find. And it's a good way to start a painting, is to already have that energy in mind.
Yes.
This is a painting from...
Love that flow.
Thank you. This is from my Specimens series, and I was inspired to put these 2 plants together because one of the first herbal classes that I took is from this amazing woman who is in Vermont, Juliet Abigail Carr. So if anybody would like to take any of her classes, look her up. But from her, I learned that jewel weed is the antidote for poison ivy, and they're often found together. And there are other examples of plants where...
Symbiotic.
Yes,
almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where the cure is right next to the problem. There's so many examples.
That's so cool.
And
that makes, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that makes me think of how different plants or fruits even will look like the part of the body that it's good for healing.
There's a word for that, but I can't think of it
I can't think of it either, but I feel like it's
walnuts are good for your brains,
because they look like a brain and it looks like a lung. And then pomegranates look like, wait, what was it? Pomegranates? It's one of them. Anyways, they all look like stuff.
And that was part of the way that our ancestors figured it out. Let's see if this helps. I love it.
That really is I'm trying not to get too deep, but that makes me think that that's an intelligent design. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever came up with that, I don't know. They were onto something.
A friend who put it so wonderfully. She said that nature is heartbreakingly generous.
It's what? Say it again.
Heartbreakingly generous.
Oh,
nature.
yes. I love that.
Well, and so with the jewelweed and the poison ivy,
yes,
it's I had an epiphany when I was doing my research about it. It totally changed the way that I see poison ivy. And so it's one of the things that I've been talking about a lot during this show when people are coming in and interested in my work. Poison ivy is the defender of the wild spaces. Poison ivy creates a boundary that humans shouldn't cross between our world and delicate ecosystems where humans shouldn't be stomping around anyway.
Yes.
And something that I find really meaningful is the more CO2 that is released into our atmosphere, the more potent poison ivy becomes. And so as we work to destroy nature, poison ivy becomes stronger to defend nature. And that gives me chills.
That gives me so much chills.
Woo! So I went from not thinking about it too much to
awesome,
and just wanting to avoid it to still wanting to avoid it, but seeing it as a friend.
Yeah.
That
is so awesome, and that just ties back to how fear. I always say that fear of something is dispelled once you learn more about it. Like that's why I have a ball python, because so many people are scared of snakes. And I was never really scared of snakes. I always saw the benefit of them. But, and so I just think that, once you learn more about them, it's
education.
It's nothing to fear.
Yeah.
You know what to stay away from, or you know how to heal if you do get bitten, or you know what I'm saying, or however. Yeah, that's cool.
I see that.
Oh.
So
girl,
I'd like
so
people
cool.
to maybe be inspired to learn more about all the common plants that are around us every day.
Yes. I love that. Like that is it's so important, it's important work that you're doing. But I'm sure it doesn't even feel like work, right?
No, the day goes so fast. I sit down and paint. 8 hours fly by, and I'm like, oh, it's time to make dinner.
Yeah, in that flow state, following your flow.
Exactly.
So, all right, well, that's cool. Thank you so much, Margaret. You are my second person I've ever interviewed. And actually, really, this is more like the first, because my first one was really like just out of nowhere, just off the cuff, but this was more purposeful and intentful, and intention is the best part of any magical situation. So I'm so glad. This feels really magical. So thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.
All right.
You and I should be